Dan. Today we're going to speak about the cylinder valve, the components, the safety issues and the safety aspects of the valve. The threaded connector with the DIN connection system is a 5/8 BSP threaded connector, and it's interesting or important to note that a 200 bar connector from a pressure reducer that's only certified to 200 bar, if connected to a 300 bar valve, the air will vent through a relief valve at the top or a relief hole, and every time you open the cylinder valve, the air will leak out there to protect the pressure reducer and the breathing system.
So you're saying we still have 200 bar sets and 300 bar sets. Yeah. This little tiny hole is pretty much a fool's thing. If you put the wrong cylinder on the wrong set, air will come out of there.
That'll protect it.
Perfecto.
Yes. Then we've got the pressure or the burst disc, which is designed to function, would you believe, at a temperature, not a pressure. It shows up as a pressure, but at 50 degrees above the cylinder filling temperature, which, as you'll see on all cylinders that are marketed here in Australia, the filling temperature is expected to be 15 degrees C. So the temperature at 15 degrees C plus 50 is 65 degrees C, and every bar or every 1 degree Celsius increase in temperature increases the pressure by almost exactly 1 bar inside the cylinder. So if this was going to rupture, it would rupture, or the burst disc operate, it would only function above 65 degrees or 365 bar, and then it must function before it reaches the cylinder test pressure, which is 450 bar. Yes, Dan. So generally they're set around 405 bar. This has got written on it 412 bar, I think.
It has.
Or 41 MPa, 410 bar.
So how that works is pretty much, as we said, temperature increase in pressure, applies pressure to this little brass copper, I can't remember what it is, disc, which applies pressure onto this, deforms, and then that just allows all that excess pressure to escape out the hole in a controlled manner. Like we spoke before about cylinders flying around the room, this is designed so it's getting rid of that pressure but with no harm to anybody.
And to ensure that the cylinder does not become a spinning missile when the valve is activated, if the burst disc functions, there are multiple holes to release the air out of the hex head of the burst disc housing, and that prevents spinning. The other thing of note is these are a one-time use item. If the burst disc actually ruptures, then the whole system is to be replaced, because the cutting surface on the housing of the burst disc and the burst disc are designed to only function once. Once it's done it, it won't operate at the same pressure next time. So that's important. These don't often rupture, but if they do, be wary. There's a lot of noise. Protect your ears. Do not try and stop it if it does start spinning. just get out of the way.
Yeah, we've had a few go off in the back of vans during summer in Queensland when the sun come around and started. Rare, but we've had a few now go off. Scary.
Yeah, and that's dangerous.
Scares
It's
the hell out of me.
dangerous, and it can rupture the seals on the car doors. It can even punch out a window.
Yep.
There's a lot of air being released once that goes, and it comes out very quickly. Okay, we have in this cylinder valve, we have a pressure indicator, and a pressure indicator is effectively a gauge, but without the calibration of a gauge as seen here, where all of the increments are clearly seen and indicated. This one has some increments of pressure on it. Others have none. It only has a green and red indicator, but it gives the operator of the breathing apparatus or somebody checking to see if they're ready for operation an instant look to see how much.
Yeah, it's purely just an indicator. Is that full or is that empty?
Yeah.
Roughly half empty. You can never do any calcs off that.
No.
It's not representing pressure. It's just representing there is some air in it, or no air in it, or it's full.
Yeah,
that's it.
Exactly. And that's how it's to be treated. And what that does is save air and saves the requirement to top up the cylinder. Remember, cylinders should not be stowed on operational breathing apparatus if they're 300 bar at a pressure below 270 bar. So generally they will have an indicator of when it's full and when it gets to 270, and that's all. And then if it's below that, it needs to be topped up. This prevents the requirement to open the cylinder, check the valve, close the cylinder, bleed it down, use up air, and then you don't have to come back and top the cylinder up.
And it adds not much cost to the valve cost either. I think it's a great thing to have. It's handy.
Very good. The other thing to note about cylinder valves is the hand wheel. The hand wheel will generally be designed so it is easier to open and close, but to close this one or any valve, you turn them clockwise. To open them, they go anti-clockwise, and there are two types. One has a ratchet and one not. One without a ratchet simply closes off. One with a ratchet, you need to pull the hand wheel up and then close it. That is to protect the end user so it doesn't get inadvertently closed during operation.
Which can happen.
Yeah, it has happened, and that's why they invented the ratchet, Dan, the man.
Thank you. If you've got any more questions for us or want information on products, etc., reach out to ISH24 and we will help you out.
Every time.